Kremlin has made it clear that it will be a big part of Putin's campaign, even though it's not being paid for by his official re-election campaign. Kiriyenko is in charge of the planning commission. The displays for the show were put together by Russian legions, state corporations, and other big businesses. They are mostly about technology. They seem to have been made to fit what an older Russian, like Putin, might think of when they hear the words IT and high-tech. They also talk a lot about their accomplishments, no matter how questionable they may be. They are full of proof copies of high-tech gadgets, like unrealistic ways to get around, an endless supply of touch screens, and chances to experience virtual reality. The screens look like they were made by an AI program, whose job it was to combine regional symbols with the newest technology. It looks like the Kremlin told everyone to focus on technology and progress, and no adjustments were made for places that don't have high-tech businesses. Governors, famous people, and news stations run by the government are all busy promoting the show. The goal is clear. Russians need to believe that Putin has turned their country into a high-tech paradise where living standards are rising and infrastructure is almost perfect as the election draws near. In a way, the people who are putting together the show are trying to make a virtual Russia.
In the last moments before impact, the weapon
lotteries and competitions will also be held on a scale that has never been seen before in the coming months. In the past, gifts were sometimes used to get more people to vote in area polls.
There are two primary reasons
it is now being used at the government level.
Over and above its lethality, leading to a
it runs in the family national competition, which is like a TV show for all ages and lasts for months. Starts on the same day as the Russia exhibition. Officials say that hundreds of thousands of people have already signed up for the competition. It will have both patriotic tasks, like making a family tree, and fun parts, like cooking wheels based on celebrity recipes. There are 30 holes worth 5 million rubles each up for grabs, as well as 300 trips around Russia and many other smaller gifts. Like with the show, famous people have been asked to help promote the challenge. Public knowledge is also being raised by schools and other state organizations, such as through social media. In Sochi, a city on the Black Sea, there will be another big event before the election. It is the World Youth Festival. It says on its website that it will be the world's biggest youth event. Once more, Kiriyenko is in charge of the planning group. The deputy chief of staff, who never seems to stop, is also planning a culture event for the winter that will send artists and theater groups that support the government on a tour of Russia.
Which then breaches the surface.
When Putin ran for re-election in 2012 and 2018, there were not as many sudden events. The Kremlin did try to bring attention to the part amateurs played in previous elections, but it didn't work very well. Famous people, artists, and athletes who were on Team Putin were also never widely known or involved in big events. In late 2017, there was a World Festival of Youth and Students, but by the time the 2018 polls came around, no one remembered it. In past elections, Putin stuck to the tried and true line, I'm busy with work, and working is the best way to get through.
We might be ready to move on this thing. If you want the work, you'll get a knock on your door any minute.
Because Russian elections are decided by much more important things, such as a lack of real competition, state-run efforts to get more public officials to vote, and widespread fraud in the voting process. This strategy seems to haven't changed enough to warrant a switch to an event-based one at first glance. Polls show that Putin will easily win, and over the past few years, the Kremlin has perfected ways to get more people to vote and change the results, especially when it comes to internet voting. To put it another way, there are no political reasons to plan so many events at once. How come then that the Kremlin is running a campaign as if Putin were running in an election? Also, why do political planners want to make people more political by making the election race more important? People in Russia will see all of this political action as the government trying to win over people, but officials like